Hi, this is just going to be a pretty quick video relaying some information. But first off, I wanted to give you guys a pretty interesting thing that happened today. Feel free to skip around or not listen. I'll put some links in the description which I'll explain after this. Um, so yeah, today I didn't have to work. School's over, so now I have free time to actually enjoy myself. And I was trying to look of what I was going to do today. I searched Google things to do in Austin. Most of it was related to being outside, and it was 97 degrees today. So I wasn't really too interested in being outside for long periods of time. I looked at the movies that are out and they all suck. I was thinking, well, I toyed with the idea of driving downtown, just driving around for fun. But this was at 5 p.m. and I got stuck in 30 minutes of traffic, so I just turned around and went back home. But then I saw that I had known that there was a Finnegans Wake reading group at the bookstore near my apartment. And I had always wanted to go, mostly as like an experiment. What type of people go to a Finnegans Wake book club thing? Mostly for that, but that turned out to be not the most interesting part. So I planned it. I planned to go, and I went. I went this past evening. I went to the bookstore a little early, looked at some books, and then it started. And really nice people. There was one other guy. It was his first time there. Another two people. I think one of them was their first time there. The other person had been there once before. So there was a mix of old timers. I mean, as far as they were a little older, and then also they had been going to this thing for, it seemed like, several years, 5 years, I guess. But yeah, I found it extremely enjoyable. I'm going to try to go as much as I can. But it did give me a greater appreciation of Finnegans Wake because we read page 13. We spent 2 hours on page 13. And I really enjoyed that. It's the sort of thing that I really enjoy. And Joyce is probably an author I should read more than I do. He was one of McCarthy's favorite authors. A lot of South American guys really liked him. I mean, Suttree is probably my favorite book. You can tell it's pretty much inspired by Ulysses and James Joyce. I just recently have acquired Richard Ellman's biography of Joyce, the annotated Ulysses. I've had Finnegans Wake for a couple of years, at least a paper copy, and yeah, I had an extremely good time talking about Finnegans Wake. I didn't do much talking, as you'd imagine, because I haven't read the book, and these other people have been reading it for years. But yeah, there were some really interesting ideas. And then, of course, Paperbird recently read it, so that made it more interesting. I watched his video again that he made after he read it just now. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to make this quick video here, mainly as I guess like it's kind of despicable, but an update video. So I've done a couple live streams now, and I really enjoy talking, but I would prefer to talk with people rather than me just being like on here and kind of like being like the focus. So a couple people had an idea to start a Discord, so I'll be putting the link to the Discord in the chat, and not in the chat, in the description, so we can chat or whatever. If you want to voice chat, I'll probably be on there just pretty often, I would imagine. So I'll put the link in the description. Feel free to join. I'll be there. yeah, that was the main goal of this video, just to let you guys know I have a Discord started up tonight. Um, yeah, I'll probably be getting pretty into Joyce for now. I'm looking at his annotations to Finnegans Wake. I'm looking at Joseph Campbell's Skeleton Key. There are a lot of Latin American authors that were heavily influenced by him. Bolaño, Daniel Sada, then Julian Rios, who's Spanish, A.G. Porta, who's Spanish. In Bolaño and Porta's first novel, conversations between a Morrison disciple and a Joyce fanatic. A.G. Porta is the Joyce fanatic. And it's said that he spent, like, I think it was a decade just reading Joyce before he started publishing his stuff. And the No World Concerto was translated into English. I have it. Oh, sorry. I have it right here. I've been reading it, and it's very well written. I would recommend it. And like I said, I got Joyce's biography. It's really interesting to read about him. And I will also put a couple links to a blog. It's maintained by the guy who heads this Finnegans Wake reading group. So if anyone's interested in getting more acquainted with Finnegans Wake, he has a lot of good resources on there, a lot of good book reviews on studies and commentaries, etc. So yeah, let me know if you've read Joyce before or if you are interested in it. There's also Leopoldo Marechal out in Buenos Aires. You have William Gaddis. You have Carlos Fuentes in Where the Air is Clear. I mean, you know, you could waste a lot of time talking about people influenced by Joyce. You have Dos Passos, Manhattan Transfer, you know, it goes on and on. Berlin Alexanderplatz. So yeah, just feel free to join the Discord. I'll be in there. Check out the links in the description. And I'll probably be making a video on Latin American authors the next couple of days, so something to look forward to. Alright, Death is a Gang Boss.